back to After Dark with Books. I am Melissa, and this is,
Amanda.
and we're here on our third or fourth episode. I have to quote on that because I don't remember. You might see us in the same shirt. Don't worry, we do shower. Okay, we're just doing our podcasts back to back, our filming, because it's just easier that way.
Yes.
And then in today's episode, we are going to be talking about our 5 favorite books so far in the year of 2024.
Right.
So
who wants to go first?
I don't know. You can go first.
Okay,
It's fine.
I'll go first.
I'll sip on my coffee over here. You see? Our little merch.
Now, starting off with this 5, who cannot put Quicksilver in the top 5? Who cannot? Let's see the cover.
I like this cover way better. I know there's another cover, but I don't like that cover. I like this one way better than the other one.
Yeah.
So, Quicksilver.
Okay.
Mr. Kingfisher.
Audio
I hate
will
the
be
name.
out October 29th.
Oh, for the auto read, correct? I
Yeah.
know. I'm so thinking about going back to listen to it. I really want to listen to it, but I hate his name. I hopefully in the second book she drops the king and just put Fisher. Can we just all agree on that? Fisher.
And now I was gonna send this to you, but I thought, no, I don't want to ruin your imagination of what he looks like. I know what the narrator looks like for Fisher, and I know what the narrator looks for, like, I can't remember her name.
I can't remember the name, the girl's name. Oh, what do they look like? I'm curious.
I'll send you the picture.
I just think he's tall, dark, like tan, dark hair.
In our memory, yes. That's why I didn't send you the pictures of the narrators. They're probably going to do a fantastic job, but I didn't want to send you a picture of the narrators to mess up your...
Oh, to throw it off.
Yeah.
Why?
It will throw you off.
So let me say, the narrator, are they like blonde or something, or...
No. He's just... he looks like a scrawny kid.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's not how... I know he's a narrator. I know they're narrators, but... Yeah, I don't want to see the narrator.
Yeah, that's why I didn't send it to you. And then, my second one is Fourth Wing and Iron Flame.
Oh, I could see that. So yeah, they better not. I mean, they need. Okay, this is what I'm saying. Xaden, he needs to be tall. He needs to have dark hair. Yes, he can be tan. I think of him as Middle Eastern. I'm thinking of him as a Middle Eastern because the way that he is described in the book. So very tall, tatted from like neck down. Like, because when they're talking about him, he's like powering over Violet. So because she's the short person, I'm thinking Violet's like maybe 5 feet tall. Maybe 5'3". Maybe. But I don't care about the other characters. You better get the two main characters. They need to get it right. That's all I'm saying. Because I'm going to be mad. And it's probably just not going to be me or you. It's going to be a lot of us that have read the book that are going to be like, hey, what's going on here? What's going on? So, I don't know.
Right.
I had me in a chokehold, and now I'm obsessed with Fourth Wing. Look, you guys. Got a candle, I have my own little, like, shelf for Fourth Wing.
So we can agree that our first 3, we agreed are Quicksilver, Fourth Wing, and Iron Flame.
Yes.
We can agree.
My fourth book is the whole series. I'm counting that as 4 books, or the 4th book. Not, because I know I don't have the 5th book to the series, but I did read it. This one right here.
I love those covers. They're really, 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 really pretty.
And I'm really liking this author. I'm actually reading another book from her, from Blood to Ash. Mm-hmm. At first, I was like, "What am I reading?" it's kind of boring. It's world building. I have to remember that it's slower pace. But so far, I really like it. I really like her writing. But these books right here, I don't think this is the first book. I grabbed the wrong book, but you know what I'm talking about. These are really good. They're YA, so they're not going to be like your super spicy, books.
No?
No, because they're YA, so there's some spice in there, but it's not like, it ain't like pen pal or nothing, you know what I mean? It's not nothing like that. But there
Okay.
is some spice in here. But
It's like
I
a
liked it
slow
because of the story.
burn.
Mm, The first book, yeah. The first book was kind of a slow burn.
Okay.
But then it started picking up. Book 3, I hated the character
Okay.
for a little while. She was super annoying. I'm not going to spoil the book, but because you haven't read it. But I hated her for a while. I was like, really? This bitch. If you don't shut up. If you do not shut up. I wanted to go through the book and be like, shut up. And then, like, a few chapters after, I was like, okay, I love you again. That's how I felt about it. So yeah. What was your fourth one?
My fourth one is this one. It's a new release and it came out in October 1st.
Oh.
And this one is a haunted house book.
Mm-hmm.
And it also deals with mental illness too.
Oh.
It's about almost the same thing: schizophrenia, bipolar. It's about a mother who was sent away to this house, and she built this house. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, and so the mother has schizophrenia, I think, or some kind of bipolar mental illness, and it ended up being passed down to the daughter.
Oh, okay, that's
And
interesting.
yeah, and the guy that she ends up being with ends up hiding her and making it look like she was killed from the haunted house. I loved it.
Hmm.
It's
That-
it's a historical thriller,
Is
but
it on library?
I believe so. An audiobook.
I might have to read that one. I might have to put that one on my list to read. Even though I said might not like that genre of books, it sounds interesting.
It is.
I might have to look into that one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, what was your next one?
Oh shoot, I didn't even grab it out, guys. Oh no. I don't have one. I only had 4. Mm. It's an old book though. It's not something recently that I read,
Mm-hmm.
but I would have to say it's a couple years. We'll put it up here or whatever. It's Where the Crawdads Sing. I really like that book.
I've never read. Still haven't read it yet. So maybe we can. I can read one. I'll read it. If you
Yeah,
read
that.
this one, I'll read the Crow. I haven't. I've seen the movie.
Well, then if you've seen the movie, it's just like the
Okay.
book. It's just like the book. Because I read the book before I even knew a movie was coming out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I didn't even know the movie was coming out or existed. I read the book, and that was about 2 or 3 years ago, and I
Have you
could
seen
not
the
put
movie?
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I said it's just like the book. It's just like the movie to me. The movie is just like the book. They didn't really. No, it's exact. They didn't leave anything out from the movie. Everything's in there. The way it played, the way I imagined the characters. That's how they looked in the movie.
Okay.
So they got it correctly. It was really good book. It was what I can remember. It's like more of a mystery, trying to
Yes.
figure out who killed so and so, and they were
He
trying to figure
deserved
it
to
out.
die anyway.
Yes, he
He was
did,
a
and
dick.
it was placed back in what was that? I want to say it was like 50s, right?
Yeah, the 50s, 50s, 60s, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
because
early 50s.
and it was in the South in Louisiana. I
Mm-hmm.
want to say it was Louisiana.
Beautiful. I like the movie. Made me
Uh,
want to move there.
it was just like how, but the only thing I obviously didn't like was like how they were Prejudice, well, they were back then in the 50s and like that in the South.
Especially down in that South area,
Yeah,
yeah.
well, there still are, but just being honest, guys. But other than that, I would have to say that is my favorite book, even though I didn't read it recently.
It's
But
okay. It still
I,
counts as a favorite book of yours that you'll recommend, or one that
yeah, I
doesn't
do
affect your
recommend
mind.
if anyone has not read Where the Crawdads Sing, I totally recommend that you read that book. It's really good. I would read the book before I even watch the movie, even though you're like reading the book as you're watching the movie because, like I said, they didn't change anything. I don't know. I couldn't put that book down. I really liked it. So I have to say
Okay,
that one.
my last one, and I think anybody who knows me, I like this book. I love this book. It's this one.
I have never heard of that before.
This is book 2. I won't give too much away for those who haven't read book 1, but this is about a young girl who wants to become a writer, but certain things happened, and the dominoes effect happened to her,
Mm-hmm.
and she goes down this dark path, and these different how she creates her life is how it affects others. So it's almost like I tell my kids, what you do tomorrow is gonna affect you, not just you.
Okay.
It's gonna affect everybody around you. So this is kind of what this book is. This book had me screaming, yelling, wanting to go through this book and grab her by the hair and tell her to make smarter choices. This book is also about it talks about families who what's the word I'm looking for, who disapprove of people getting pregnant out of wedlock, and they try to do things to hide it back then.
Oh.
That was a big thing back then.
Okay.
If a young wedded girl got pregnant, they either gave the baby up for adoption or they told her to get rid of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so back.
Okay.
Yeah. I highly recommend book 1. This is an indie author, so I highly recommend Mel Higgins. She is from the UK. She's a really nice lady. I've talked to her on Instagram. I like to support indie authors. So she's an indie author. The lady from the author from Quicksilver was an indie author.
Yes,
and
she got
ended
picked up
by Bumble, BRAMBLE. That's who picked her up.
I'm happy for her. I really am. But I was pissed at the same time because I was so excited that Quicksilver was going to be out this month, the second one. And now we got to wait a whole nother year.
Yep, the fall of 2025. Well, 2025 will be a good year because we're going to get Onyx Storm. And then hopefully we don't have too much of a hangover with Onyx Storm.
Oh, I know I'm going to have a hangover. I have so many theories. So many theories with that book. Or that book, the end of Iron Flame. There's just so many theories.
I'm going to be holding my breath the whole time reading Onyx because I know how book 2 ended, or Iron Flame ended, and I really hope she does not leave a really bad or a really terrible cliffhanger with Onyx Storm.
Oh, I know, because there's supposed to be a total of 5 books with that series. So I
better get my happy ending.
I know. Same. But yeah, we'll talk more in that with an upcoming episode of Iron Flame. We have one more episode to talk about that because there's some theories that
I like to hear some of your theories. I know that we've been down a TikTok tunnel of theories and YouTube and just a whirlwind of different theories.
Yep. But yeah, those are my top 5. I mean, books that I've read, because we also will be having our top 5 of
DNFs.
Yeah, we are gonna have some DNF books coming up too, so stay tuned for that. You might have liked them, and also in the comments, leave your if you've liked any of these books. Have you even read any of these books? Let us know. We would love to know if you've read them or whatever. Mm-hmm. We love to answer comments and read everything that you guys write.
Exactly.
That also, stay tuned. We're working on
Spotify. We'll be being on Spotify soon. So if you don't want to watch us, you can be on the car in your car listening to us anywhere on Spotify, and maybe we'll venture out into other platforms. But for right now, it'll be YouTube and Spotify.
Yep.
So
correct.
be on the lookout. I will be putting a note, or Melissa will be putting a note about Spotify.
Yep. So, again, thanks for watching this episode of our top 5 favorite books so far in the year of 2024. We might come back with another episode with this towards the end. I mean, we only have like a couple months left. It's crazy.
3 months counting because I'm waiting for Onyx Storm.
So, you never know. We might come back with another episode with our next top 5 books.
Yeah.
But again, if you guys are not subscribed to the podcast, what you doing? Subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll know when we upload our next podcast. Until then, happy watching. Bye.
Bye.